find out what we had in secondary. All right, that was the number one question. We lost a lot of guys in secondary. We graduated all four going into the spring. Eventually, we did get Rodney Willis back in the summertime. But in the spring, we were very light in secondary, so we had to move some guys around, move some pieces around, and find out exactly who we were and what we were good at doing. And those questions were answered. But we did also address that need in last year's recruiting class. So, I mean, as soon as summer hit, our team got that much better because they had a lot of guys on campus, from JC to incoming freshmen. So we had a lot of numbers, we just added a lot of depth to the back end right now. So today was the first day seeing a lot of guys in action. Very pleased with the skill set, the level of competition. All those things that we asked for, we see in all those new guys. So we're going to have a lot of competition in the back end. I'm excited about the future. I'm excited about our possibilities. And those guys are really competing and trying to get things done. Also, you know, across the board, we really don't have much experience on defense right now. Again, we did lose everybody secondary, minus Rodney Willis coming back. But as far as you guys have to different playing time, there's only Justin Anderson on defensive linebacker. We really rely on him to be a big leader for us. He does make a lot of plays. He understands exactly what we're doing. He's more than just a football player. He's really like a coach on the field, which makes us a lot better on defense. We are adding some depth also at linebacker because now we've got some guys coming back from injury. Jake Mobile. We have some young guys who had some time playing last year. Not much, but they did play. You have Chris Hill, Tyron Alexander, Trey Johnson, and then a young guy coming up right now is Fuqua. So we're very excited about what we have in linebacker too. The biggest thing right now for us is our strength right now is going to have to be in the middle. All right, we rely on everything we do up front. We build our defense from inside out. And up front, we have some big, very physical, athletic guys. And right now, that is the focal of our defense. That's what we will build around everything, build everything around, and make sure we do everything from those guys. Because that, to me, is our foundation, and we'll build everything around those guys. We've got Big B coming back. We've got Justin Hamilton, will come back also. And again, a lot of these guys played some last year, weren't significant big-time playing as far as the rest they got, the amount of playing time they had, but they did contribute last year, and they're very skilled players, big, athletic, fast players, and that makes you so much better on defense when you have those type of guys on the field. And also, we are pretty deep there in the defensive line also. Right now, we're just trying to develop our depth across the board at every position. A lot of question marks as far as who'll be second team, and also right now, some first team spots as far as question mark also. So we're excited about that. The kids are excited. Anytime you have numbers, it creates competition. Anytime you have competition, your team becomes that much better, that much stronger. So we're really excited about that. The kids are, and you can see it right now on the field, even in the meeting rooms, people are fighting to get on the front row. And that's what we have. Anytime kids really want to learn, right now they're like sponges. Anytime they want to do that, those things will take care of themselves. So we're very excited about that. Schematically, you know, we'll be a little bit different than we were last year, some the same. I do know right now, we are a team right now that's on special zone. We were pretty good zone defenders. We got to find some man coverage guys and then develop those skills. We will be multiple. I can't tell you exactly what it is we're running right now, but to me, we'll find out what it is we do best, and that's what we'll do. My thing is I've been a lot of different schemes, a lot of different defenses. Cover 3 is cover 3, cover 2 is cover 2, cover 4 is cover 4. To me, it's all about what can our kids do, what can our players do well, and execute consistently at a high level. So we're very excited about that also. Overall, that's pretty the big picture as far as what we have coming back. Our expectations going into the summer right now, fall camp again, is to really find out and add depth. So we have to develop our depth across the board. We've got numbers, but now we have to find out who those guys are and develop those skills and those things needed for those guys to be able to play and contribute this season. Because again, we have a fast start, so we don't waste a moment. I mean, everything we do, we're teaching every step, we're teaching every day, we're teaching every second. There's never a wasted breath, never a wasted moment to meet and teach with the kids. So good times going on here on campus. Any questions from you guys right now?
Yeah, you touched on it with scheme, but beyond the obvious with four-man front and being more multiple, how is your defense going to be different than last year?
It'll be, and again, I think the term will be multiple. I mean, we will never just sit there and let our opponents really know where we are, know what we're doing. We'll have some different looks as far as the things that, you know, one thing about going to game on defense, we always have to prepare for offense that's multiple. In other words, an offense that shows a lot of different looks. Well, the same thing goes in there and our end also. The offense will have to prepare for us also. Because, again, we won't see the same look all the time. Our system, our concept is simple for the kids. They understand it. But the looks will be so totally different for the offense that each week, each game, each series, something different will come. So we'll never just be sitting there so guys can kind of figure us out and know where we are and attack us.
Coach, you referenced right away the defensive backfield, and you mentioned you had a lot of newcomers, both junior college and freshmen. Given what you saw in the spring with the players that are returning, how good do those new guys have to be right away in order for your team to be successful in the defensive backfield?
That's a great question, because what I saw in the spring from my players who were here, and from what I saw today on day one, I can tell the offseason was huge for them. It was tremendous. Because I saw their skill set increase tremendously. All right, so those guys coming in right now, they're going to have to be pretty good to beat them out. They really are. And again, we got to focus on that drive. And to me, that makes us better, to have that competition, that sense of rivalry in our own meeting rooms, making sure that we are trying to be the best we can be. So we always have to make sure that we're being the best that we can be, not the guy next to us. If we be the best that we can be, we'll excel in our lives.
Coach, Jay mentioned his coach on the field is Andre. Who's your coach on the field?
It'd be Justin Anderson. He understands the front, he understands the back, he understands the entire defense. And right now, you start to see it, if you come to practice, you start to see it. The entire defense right now, even the secondary, those guys individually are also quarterbacks. I mean, we're clicking right now on all cylinders as far as getting the adjustments, getting lined up, getting set. At the end of the day, we got to make sure that we are the most sound, fundamentally sound, technique sound, great type of team, greatest type of team in this conference, and that's our goal. And every day we strive towards that. But right now you see the entire unit right now being those guys, those leaders, those quarterbacks on the field. But I would say Justin Anderson right now is definitely separating himself as understanding everything we're doing. To me, he thinks exactly the way the coaches think, and that's our goal as coaches. We'll always make sure our players think exactly how we think on the field.
After looking at film of the team last year, what are some things with the players returning that need to be addressed and things that need to be immediately corrected?
I would say our tackling, number one, and that's always a concern, that's an issue, especially when you're in a conference like ours that, they spread the ball around, there's a lot of tackling in space. So we're going to focus every day on some type of tackling drill, because we have to develop tackling. Tackling, first of all, is all about passion and desire and wanting to get to the ball. But we also have to show them the proper angles, the proper leverage, understanding what the sideline is, understanding what the partners are, and then when they get to the ball, get in a bad move. So tackling is the first thing that will be addressed. Second, I think in the coverage aspect is our eyes. In secondary, you find out guys have to have zone eyes, guys have to have man eyes. And we have to make sure we're detailing that by assignment and by coverage. So that's one thing we definitely have to pick up on.
Time for one more.
James, the fact that you've been in some really successful BCS programs and you came here, have you tried to take some of that and kind of mold it to what you want with this team? They've had some success in the last couple of years, but not to the level you've been with some other schools. Anything you've done to try to jack these guys up a little?
Well, no doubt about it. The funny thing is, and the great thing is that, coming here, I wasn't coming to a place that was far away from that. What we're doing here on this campus right now is a reason why we're going back-to-back championships in the bowl game. It's a reason why. What Coach Hood is doing is very special. He understands it. Just like you have players who understand it, he understands it. So Coach Hood is not far away from what we're doing at those levels. Everything we're doing here is what we're doing there. So that's why you see the progress you're seeing as far as our guys in the field. It's all relative.
Thanks, Coach.